You ever find yourself out in public and you see some sweet, genuine Formula One merch and you think, damn, I could really go for some of that right now. Then you remember you're trying to save money and you've got Formula One merch at home. Well, this is the F1 merch we have at home. 6 months ago, I went on wish.com, the official website of the version we have at home. And then I set it to one side for 6 months and didn't open it until I had completely forgotten everything that I ordered. So when I'm opening this, it's going to be just as much of a surprise for me as it will be for you. Now let's reach into the bag, and first up we have this Lando Norris printed long sleeve t-shirt, which I paid about $10 for. And the quality of the materials is surprising, and I mean that in a good way. It just feels like a standard cotton t-shirt. Now let's try it on. And my head is stuck because of course all the buttons are done up and I didn't think to undo them before pulling it over my body. That's a mistake I won't make again. Now that it's on though, it feels great. I'm about 183 centimeters and 91 kilograms, or 6'0", 200 pounds for all our American friends out there. So that should give you an idea of how these fit. Sizes for these China Direct items are all over the place, so you have to use the sizing charts, and in this case, I chose a large, and I'm happy with it. What I'm not happy with though is there appears to be a stain on it, which is kind of surprising to see on something brand new, fresh out of the plastic, but otherwise, I can't find any faults with this one. Alright, let's dip into the bag and get our next item. Judging by the color, this is going to be an Aston Martin shirt. I already own a legitimate Aston Martin team shirt, so I know how it's supposed to look and feel. For under $20, I'm not expecting much, but my initial impressions so far are pleasantly surprised. While trying to pull this over my head, these buttons are a fucking safety hazard. I noticed it has a Cool Max tag on it. If I'm being honest, I don't hate it. The material feels silky smooth, it sits nicely on my body, and it feels breathable unlike some of the other shirts I've received from Wish. Most importantly though is that, unlike the last Aston Martin shirt I got from Wish, it doesn't have any typos on it. This shirt I ordered in XL, and it fits just as nicely as the large Lando Norris shirt from before, so don't forget to check your sizing charts. You'll notice they're all over the map. It's time to move on now, and let's see what's in this bag. It's really small, so I don't think it's a shirt, and of course, how could I have forgotten I ordered a Lewis Hamilton bucket hat. Are bucket hats still cool? I have no idea. I'm not young enough to know or care what's in these days, but it definitely feels like the type of hat I could wear to keep the sun off my face and neck while out fishing or sitting in the grandstands at an F1 race. Cost me just under $14, and boy does it feel like it. The materials are cheap compared to other bucket hats I've owned, and it feels flimsy. I would have no qualms rolling this up and shoving it in my bag as an emergency hat because, frankly, cheap hats like this were meant to be abused. And with that, we are back to the bag. Looks like we've got another shirt, and shout out to my boy Steiner who just walked out on Haas. Gunter, you were a real one. Unlike this shirt, which for just $14 is very obviously not real. You can tell because I needed to get a 3XL just to get one my size, so you know this didn't come from Haas's homeland of America. And once again, this China Direct safety hazard got stuck on my head because I lacked the forethought to undo the top button before trying it on. Looking back on this one, I should have ordered it in black or blue, as the material is so cheap and flimsy you can see right through it, and even though my nips do match the color scheme, I'd prefer to not be on display like that. Back to the bag! What do we have here? Ooh, it's some pants I forgot I ordered along with this F1 merch. I was doing a Cyberpunk costume for Halloween and needed a plastic bag! My favorite toy! But wait, they say this bag is not a toy. Disaster averted. I almost did something stupid. Like ordering something for your Halloween costume, then not even opening it until 3 months after Halloween. Oh well, these pants are dope. I think I'm gonna wear them for the rest of the video. And with that, we're on to a new bag. Look at all this stuff! This bag looks like a hoodie. What hoodie could I have possibly ordered? Oh right, one from a team that isn't even called that anymore. Is the AlphaTauri clothing brand still a thing? I always thought their clothes were ugly as heck, but not so ugly I wouldn't spend $15 on a hoodie with their logo on it. I ordered this one in black because it looked really cool with a nice red zipper, but it looks like they were either out or made a mistake because they sent me a red one. This is another 3XL and it fits me alright, if a bit baggy. The exterior feels kinda nice, but the interior feels cheap, flimsy, and almost foam-like. I think it goes well with the LH bucket hat. I've had enough of this though. It's time to move on to other stuff. Okay, now we actually have something to go with the Lewis bucket Hamilton. It's a Lewis Hamilton long sleeve shirt. This type of shirt is a staple for any Canadian wardrobe, and for $21, I'm happy with the quality of it. I really wanted to find some Mercedes F1 team merch, but I just couldn't find any on Wish. The last time I did a haul like this, it was the same deal. Lots of Red Bull stuff available with old sponsors, and no Mercedes F1. Only Lewis Hamilton specific. Rip George. We now have the perfect accessory for this shirt, a Red Bull hat. This is worth the $10 I paid just to hear the screeches of the Hamilton and Verstappen fans losing their minds over this outfit. In all seriousness though, the quality is quite nice, but you can tell it's old stock as it still has Aston Martin as a sponsor. If you're not picky about that sort of thing, this is an excellent deal for the price. And now on to the next bag, and man oh man, I am excited to have a Ferrari shirt I don't care about. When I did this in 2022, there was literally no Ferrari F1 merch to be found on Wish at any price. So I'm excited for this, and why can't I get the button undone? This shouldn't be this hard. I've done this before. Why is this stupid safety hazard refusing to undo the top button? Of course, because the buttonhole at the top is horizontal while all the other buttonholes are vertical, the way buttons are supposed to be. Doing something in a non-standard way for no good reason definitely makes this shirt feel more authentically Ferrari than anything else about it. Another thing that makes it feel like real Ferrari is the price. This was by far the most expensive piece in this whole lot, coming in at nearly $40. I mean, sure, it looks great, but this is some sort of cheap synthetic material that is completely unbreathable, and frankly, this shirt would be super uncomfortable to wear for any length of time as a result. It looks good, nice and shiny and otherwise well done, but you would end up swimming in your own sweat if you had to wear this for more than a few minutes. That's why I'm so excited to have it, because unlike my two genuine Ferrari shirts, I don't care what happens to it. If I get a snag or a stain or even some sort of a rip on it, no big deal. It's not like I'm gonna be out $140 the way I would if this was authentic. And to be honest, that's half the fun of buying this cheap knockoff Wish.com stuff. And if you want to see more fake F1 merch, including a particularly egregious butchering of a world champion's name, check out this video of my first haul from Wish.com.